Well, this is very interesting. Allen Heath, and it's shaped like a Q. Riddle me this. What does this button do?
Thanks for having me here.
You're welcome, Riddler. So, Q, what's the latest?
Latest is Qu-Pac. Qu-Pac is something small but very powerful. And you should know what that is, right, Robin?
Yeah, I'm getting it now, Riddler. Yeah. So, what have we got? Is this it here?
That's it, yeah. It's a 19-inch rack unit with no faders.
That's terrific. You'd imagine that you can do some control with some iPads and so forth for it. But before we get into that, what sort of inputs and outputs and what do we do?
So what it is, it's a Q32 brain in a 19-inch box with the ability to connect stuff like you have on a Q16 and extend it via AB168.
So I can see that on board we've got the 16 analog inputs with some 3 stereo on board here?
Correct. And then you can extend those inputs via a D-Snake stage box.
So which stage box do we use? Do we use the AB168 or the GLD AR series?
Well, that's the AB168 is the ideal partner. You can use any one of the boxes that work on D-Snake depending on your needs. The good thing about the Qu-Pac is that there is input patchable, so you're not really limited to having 16 channels coming in via D-Snake, but you can have up to 32 channels coming in via D-Snake, and you just allocate them to the input channels as you wish.
Okay, and of course we do need to mix this on an app. How's the app look?
Well, there is all the apps that are existing, the Qu-Pad app and the QU app, personal monitoring app, they are all fully functional for Qu-Pac as well. There is a much more powerful app for the engineer because you're limited because there are no faders and there is no channel superstrip. So that kind of control we also wanted to put in an app, and that is a third version of the app that's available.
So we do have the screen on here. What does that bring to the unit?
We think it's very, very important because the screen allows full control of everything that the unit does without an iPad.
Is that a touch screen?
Yes, of course. It's the same touchscreen as on Q16 and Q24. It's a 5-inch touchscreen. It allows full control and everything that you could imagine to do on that mixer from the front of that little piece.
Holy belly button fluff, Riddler! So we've covered some stage box inputs. We've got all the local inputs on stage. Some applications that we might use this at, a live band. We don't need a digital snake. We just actually pop this unit live on stage and walk out into the crowd and mix?
Yes, absolutely. I think it's intended for all those applications where mixes is not really dynamic. You might have a place that has the same band, a top 40 band playing up for dance or something, where adjustments are being made throughout the evening and throughout the concert, but you're not really actively trying to adjust everything. So for that it's just perfect because it's small, compact, and you still have all the control, but you can limit it for the user that you don't want to mess with it. So there's a chance of giving you all the control that you want, but limiting it if you just want to use one particular thing.
Well, that would make it invaluable for an installation as well. Can you send or route out different outputs to different zones, as it were?
So you can route anything. It has up to 24 outputs. There's 32 ins into 24 outs in that package, yes.
Well, that is powerful. And I suppose that we can leave it with just this final statement of how powerful it really is.
Yeah, and everything else is totally all riddles to me.
Well, how come you guys are dressed up like that anyway?
Oh, it's Thursday.
Absolutely.